Hello friends, you're the Lonesome Gamer, and I'm still playing RAF Battle of Britain. It's still August 14 and it's 2 o'clock, and this time we have a major raid here. 14 Gruppen. This is just amazing, and you can see here, this is our raid. We had an accurate intelligence, so we can exactly see what we have here. Sadly, we only have sufficient warning time, so that means there is this wait a second. Here, South End. This is the city being attacked, being bombed. So I could now take these two patrolling squadrons and try to intercept here. But to be honest, well, on the other hand, it also says 511 and 611. So I could take 4 patrolling squadrons. Maybe that's actually good enough. I'm thinking about doing a delayed response. That might be a better idea. I mean, then I could come up with 6 squadrons here, which is pretty amazing. And yeah, I think this is a better idea because they have here 5 Gruppen in the close escort box. So I think I will do a delayed response, except the bombing, which is not great. But yeah, at least I'll have a chance to do some real heavy damage when they come back. Okay, we have a radio confusion here. If 5 or more squadrons in raid, move 1 full B squadron to the in-flight box. So that is not so great, so we're gonna move this one here. That's pretty bad. Okay, and then let's do the hunter attack. So we now have 12, and we have, is that so? Yeah, we got 12, and we got 3 Gruppen. So this is E. Okay. Whoa! Awesome! I'm rolling really good, there is no doubt about that. Okay, so the German results are A, D, and L. So that one is aboard. That means full Gruppe, they go to in-flight reduced. B goes to in-flight, and L is a light loss. So that gives me another victory point. And I got DL and no effect. So now it's actually pretty awesome because of the radio confusion. My B fighter went away, so now there is no light damage to him. So I was really lucky here. It saved his life probably. Okay, so A is disrupted. So let's see what that means. It means to bomb box reduced or in-flight full. And I think I'm gonna place them in the bomb box reduced. I need some planes there, even though that could mean that I take light damage, but I gotta risk that. And C is then simply no effect. Yeah, that's true. So that is pretty great. I was really lucky here. So they go now all in here. But anyway, let's see, we got now, that was the hunter attack. Now we got the raid target event. So channel patrollers close escort. This is the case anyway because of the delayed response, so it doesn't change anything. And now we got the bombing. Because we cannot intercept right now because I did a delayed response here. Okay, we took some bad hits in that city in South End that cost us 2 victory points. But now we're gonna take revenge. At least I hope so. So let's add this up. This is 4. And that's a 10 then, that's 14. And these are 20, so this is 35. And that brings it then, no, that's wrong. Oh man. Okay, so this is exactly 49. We got lots of grouping though. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 5. So overall these are 11 Gruppen. 49. Okay, so this is here the last column. So that is G. And well, give me a good roll here. That would be fantastic. Come on. We could do now some serious damage if we're rolling good. Come on. That's a 5. Yes. Fantastic. Okay, so that means light damage, disrupted light damage. So let's see, the bees are disrupted. What exactly does that mean? And bomber box, disrupted for the full, they stay in bomb box reduced, but because they already did their bombing, they go now in the in-flight box reduced. So these are the B, okay, and these ones. Okay, fine. And all the others are light losses, so that gives us 7 additional points, and they all go here into this light loss box, which is now packed with bombers and fighters. So if they want to replace them, they're going to pay a lot of points for that. That was pretty awesome. Okay, so these are 7 additional points now. So that brings us already to 27. If we go on like that, we might actually be able to destroy big parts of the German Luftwaffe, and maybe we don't even have to go too long. But that's, I mean, this is just a dream. We're far away from that still. But I mean, if you take a look at that, after 2 days attacking the British Isles, these were really bad losses. Okay, and we actually took a D, disrupt, no effect, and A. So I'm a little concerned about these 2 Gruppen here. Let's see. Okay, that's fine. That's all fine. Units, reduced squadrons. They go, even if they're disrupted, they go to in-flight reduced. So that's not a big deal. And full squadron also. So all the A squadron, they go to in-flight reduced. And I think the C squadrons also, this is aboard, but these are full squadrons, so they go also to in-flight reduced. Okay. Okay. Just amazing. Absolutely fabulous. Fine. Okay, and we have a follow-up raid. This time Portsmouth is attacked. That port here. And we had a very early but limited warning. Still, that's pretty awesome because it allowed us to bring squadrons patrolling and in sectors en route and in range into this fight. So again, it's looking interesting. We might get even more points here. And now it's another interesting point because these are now U-87 and there is already one U-87 in here and another one here in the heavy losses box. And there is this this advanced rule that says U-87 withdrawal. Just checking it. Just a second. Yeah, it's this one here. So if 3 or more U-87 Gruppen are in the light or heavy loss boxes, remove all U-87 Gruppen permanently from play. So we have actually a pretty good chance this might happen now, if we're lucky. Okay, so let's go through this raid, and first we're going to do the raid approach event. Okay, a bombers break formation. Reduce all A bomber Gruppen. That doesn't make it better for them. Okay. And then we got to do the hunter attack. Well, actually we could now. I could bring up to 2 planes into the bomber box. That might be an option. Thinking about that. Okay, so actually I decided to do this. I'm gonna bring 2 Gruppen into the bomber box and leave only 3 Gruppen here. This is the... Yeah, they can... These are all they will intercept this time. So now let's see, we have 11 and there are 3 Gruppen. Well, actually I moved the squadrons, of course. So 3 Gruppen and that's 11. So this is E. So let's hope for the best here. That's a 4. Let's hope that's okay. So this is A, light loss for the Germans, and abort, this is B. Okay, so this is A, this is another light loss, so that gives me, that's another victory point here. And abort for, it was B, wasn't it? Yeah. What exactly does that mean? Full Gruppe abort to in-flight reduced. Okay, and C, There's no effect, so they go to close escort. Okay. And now let's see what the British will suffer. This is DDL. Oh, fine. So, okay, here we go. So we got full squadrons, disrupt, to bomb box reduced or to in-flight full. So luckily we have no light loss because there is no sea. Again, we're lucky. Actually, we're damn lucky during this game, I have the feeling. I gotta think this through a little bit if I want to move into the bomber box, or I gotta calculate a little bit. Okay, so I actually placed all of them in here. And then let's draw the squadron, the raid target event. So this is German Pathfinders. Shift 2 columns right when bombing. Well, let's hope that doesn't apply. Okay, and now I actually calculated this, and we end up in row number G. So let's give it a good roll here. That's a 4 again. Might be good. So that says light loss for A and B and disrupt for C. So that definitely means now that the Junkers 87 will leave the they will leave the Battle of Britain, and that gives me 2 more victory points. And B and C disrupt. So these are full Gruppen in the close escort box. So they go to in-flight reduced. Okay. And then it's me. Let's see what we got here. That's a 4. So this is abort for A and disrupt for B. And I think here we take a loss. So that is a full squadron. Abort means to in-flight reduced. So this is this one. But the reduced A, that is actually a light loss. 310. So here we go. And then we got B is what? B is no effect and C is abort, but we don't have any any C, so they simply go all here into the in-flight box, as does the fighter here. Okay, so it's still looking pretty awesome. Okay, and now we have another follow-up raid, and this is now a forward airfield, and that is kind of special. There's another advanced rule now. We have to subtract 2 from the modified detection roll. So let's see what we have here. Okay, that's a 1, which is not that great. And then we can add 3 because it's a major raid, so we are at 4. And it's a follow-up raid, so it's 5. And then it's these observer things, so that brings us to 8. And then we got 4 more, so it's 12. Okay. So this is sufficient and limited. It's not exactly great, but there are anyway, there are not many planes here. The only one is patrolling here, and that is also the only plane that could intercept there, but I'm not even sure if I'm going to do that. Okay, so this is now a major 8 here, and it's a May 109, and actually we have only one here. This is the only May 109 left, and we're going to place that here into the hunt box. And this is it then. There are no more planes left here. Okay, we both took a light loss, so I gained a victory point and I lost one. And now I think I also got to check the event card after the squadron, the hunter attack, even though there are no more Gruppen or squadrons in the raid display, simply because of this time advance. And there is now a time advance of 1. Okay, and finally we can get our planes back onto the board, and maybe we'll find still some opportunity to destroy some more German Gruppen. Okay, and there is a raid now at 16 o'clock or 4 o'clock, and it's just a minor raid because they attack here the industry in Yeovil, or I'm not sure how this is pronounced. And I did a delayed response here because there was only one squadron en route. Maybe that would have been enough, but still I want to make some more points now. I mean, actually I'm close to winning this game maybe in this day, so if I can shoot down a few of these guys, it would be a good opportunity now maybe. And so they came only up with 2 because of this minor raid card here, and there was no one in the hunt box. So now I got these 3 squadrons here, and because it's a delayed response, they can do the bombardment first. But there was a target event flag, and that reduced all A bomber Gruppen, and luckily that was an A bomber Gruppe. And now we can do the bombardment. And I'm pretty sure this will not be too bad, at least I hope so. So they have a 3, so total bombing strength is 3, and then because it's patchy clouds we can shift 1 column to the left, so only 5 or 6 would do damage at all. No, that's a 4. So there is no damage, and now it's for us to intercept them and to kill them, and I'm pretty confident. So let's see. Well, overall we got, this is 10. So this is exactly, they're all together, they are 20. And there are only 2 Gruppen here, 2 Gruppen, and it goes down to 20, so that means it is actually here an I, row number I, so if we roll lucky here, we can do more damage. Come on. That's a 3, so that is heavy abort. And an abort result here for us. So let's see, A, so that is the bomber. The bomber takes heavy damage. So that's cool. Heavy losses for them. That gives me 2 more victory points now. And this guy will abort, so I'm pretty sure that brings him into... That's a full group, so they go to in-flight reduced. Okay, and then it's me, and well, I have here C is aboard. Yeah, so I also will lose, or well, I don't lose them, but they go to in-flight reduced, these two, and that one goes to in-flight full. Okay, so that was good. 2 more victory points for me. And that's the end of the day now. No, it isn't. Actually, it isn't. It's unbelievable. It's another no. So we don't have any time advance, so we have another follow-up raid, but we have to shuffle the force cards before. Okay, so that is a raid for Biggin Hill, here, the airfield, and it is actually a major raid, officially with 8 Gruppen, but there is only there are no fighters left. So the only Gruppe that will attack here is this number 1. That is a Dornier 17 that had to be substituted by a Henkel 111. Okay, so we simply can hunt that single bomber here. So, well, first we got to draw for the raid approach event here. No, first it's actually the hunter interception. So we bring them all in here, and we draw the raid approach event. That's a German altitude advantage. And we have a poor intelligence. So if any of the following apply, this is actually the case. So there is a German altitude advantage. Not sure what that helps for the Germans. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, that's British. German side, blah 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 blah. A squadron attack step. When resolving both combats, refer to the laddered row of the combat results table 1 above the calculated row. Oh, well, that could save them. Okay, and well, then let's do the raid target event. Because there is no hunter attack. Undetected escort, if the intelligence rating is poor or limited. That is the case, so again we have to check. Okay, that won't happen because there are no fighter Gruppen available. So now let's do the combat here. And we have, well, that is 10 with 16. And there is only one Gruppe. So here we go, and that goes down to 16, and this is the last row, but they are lucky because they have this altitude advantage, so that brings them here to row number H. So we need a lucky roll here. That's a 4. So that is A, L, and H. Let's see what number is that. Ha! You guessed it, it's a C, so again it's heavy damage. Well, the Germans are really unlucky in this game. So we take 2 more points, and now it's actually pretty likely that we will win this game at the end of that day. This is crazy. Okay, and that is a 4, so for us it's B and C take a disrupt result. So these guys simply go here, and the C's just a second. These are these guys here, and the C's goes. Yeah, they go to in-flight reduced. Okay. Fine. So, this is it. And then we have another time advance of 1. Okay, now we were a little unlucky because these 4 fighters here, they came now back to Luftflotte 2. So now they have actually this rate here. And we only have 2 planes here. They came from 211 to intercept that raid on Tangmere. So it's not so great. Okay, well. So let's see, maybe we need to draw a good event. That sounds interesting. Approach event. Clouds inhibit hunters. If the region has patchy or broken clouds, all A Gruppen in hunt box leave raid. That would be... Oh, the poor Germans. This is actually hard to believe. Yeah, okay. So they basically go all the way. Man, this is... This is pretty ridiculous. Yeah, I mean... If you want to win a war, you shouldn't have the luck of the Germans, man. This is really unbelievable. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it then. That might be the end of the Battle of Britain. Okay, so now we can go here. This is absolutely unbelievable. And now we've got to draw the raid target event. Okay, that says clouds inhibit squadrons. No, come on. If the region has patchy or broken clouds, all C squadrons in the bomber box leave the raids. Well, but you guess what? We don't have any C squadrons. Actually, I don't remember for a very long time a game where I was that lucky like in this game. That is completely ridiculous. Okay, so now the bombers are easy prey, and if we manage to destroy 1 heavy losses, if we do 1 heavy loss, or if we only do 2 light damage, then we will win this game. If we don't take any negative effect. But basically it's gone, because there will be there will be days elapsing, and for each elapsing day I also get a victory point. So the game is won. I think that's pretty sure. But let's see what we got here. We got well, that's a 6, and that's a 12. So this is 18, and we got 2 Gruppen here. So that brings it then down to 18. So this is H. Okay, let's see. That's a 4. This is fine, I guess. So this is A. L, H. Yeah, so we got 2 light losses now. And that would be 2 victory points. And if I don't take any loss now, the game is won. And yeah, these are disrupt for this one. So this guy goes now in the in-flight box. This guy stays that way. And this is it. And we managed it. Unbelievably. We managed to defeat the German Luftwaffe in, well, basically in 4 days, only 2 raid days. This is it. August the 14th. It's the end of the Battle of Britain. Shortest campaign ever. Unbelievable. This is completely crazy. I mean, look at that. This is it. Okay, I mean, few words about this game. Well, first of all, I think it's really good. It's a lot of fun. There is not that much decision making, but it's not that the game plays itself completely alone, as you can read sometimes in the forums. I mean, there are decisions to make. You can It's not only about placing, it's about which one do you take to the raid, which ones stay in the boxes, and will you do a delayed response, and things like that. So I think you could also do this evade and fend thing. So I think especially with the advanced rules, you also get some more options that make it more interesting, make it maybe easier, I think. I mean, this delayed response option, that can be very valuable. That can be that can give you some points, actually. I'm not sure if this game is too easy. I mean, that was pretty ridiculous what happened here. But I also think that I was very, very lucky. I rolled, especially during the combats, I rolled really good. I mean, I think I never rolled 1 or 2 on the combat results table. And that is... I definitely rolled 5 or 6, but never 1 or 2, I think. So that might have played a role. I mean, it definitely did. Still, I'm not sure if it's. I mean, come on, just you win this in 2 days. This is pretty ridiculous. I mean, it should take about a month or so. I don't know. Still, it was. Yeah, what can I say? It was a good game. I enjoyed it. Great solitaire game. And apart from the campaign, there are also different scenarios, so you don't have to play the whole campaign, even if it would take longer, which it normally would do. I'm sure about that. Yeah, you can play, I don't know, one is just a single day, another one would be 3 days. Well, basically, you can play as long as you want. That's basically it. And yeah, then there are these other 2 games, the Eagle and the Lion versus Eagle. And I think I will do a playthrough of the Eagle one day. But for now, I guess that's enough. The Germans are shocked, and I'm pretty sure there'll be no Eagle in the near future. Okay, so well, hope to see you then in one of my next videos. Until then, bye.